Hello, welcome to the J-Man DVD review. Here we go. The first movie is called The Love Punch with Pierce Brosnan and Emma Thompson. And if you haven't seen this movie, here's a quick synopsis about it. Kate, Emma Thompson, and Richard, Pierce Brosnan, are a divorced couple, content to live their lives far apart as long as their retirement is comfortable. But when a sleazy French businessman, Vincent, bankrupts their company, they're ready to put aside their differences and get their money back. Trouble is, there is no legal way to retrieve the funds. And when Vincent literally throws them out of his office, they vow revenge. With the help of their obliging neighbours, Jerry, Timothy Spall, and Penelope Cillian-Marie, they hatch a madcap plot to steal a 10 million diamond the crooked Vincent has brought for his gorgeous fiancée. All they have to do is crash a wedding on an isolated island, sneak past armed security, and smuggle the diamond out without getting caught. If it works, it will be the ultimate payback. That's The Love Punch. Here's the disc. The next movie is the first movie with Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort, Divergent. If you haven't seen it, his synopsis. One choice can transform you. Divergent is a thrilling action adventure set in a future world where society has been divided into 5 distant fractions. But Trish will never fit into any one group. She's divergent, and what makes her different makes her dangerous. Targeted by a faction leader determined to eliminate all divergence, Trish turns to the one person she believes she can trust. 4. An instructor for the militant, dauntless faction, and a man full of dark secrets. Together, Trish and 4 uncover a mind-bending conspiracy that will put their courage to the ultimate test and forever link their destinies. That's Divergent. The next one is my first movie. It's called Begin Again with Mark Ruffalo, Keira Knightley, Adam Levine. This is director John Carney's second movie. He also did the movie once. If you haven't seen this movie, it's a synopsis. The latest film from writer-director John Carney, Once, Begin Again, is a soul-stirring comedy about what happens when lost souls meet and make what beautiful music together. Greta, Keira Knightley, and her longtime boyfriend Dave, Adam Levine, are college sweethearts and songwriting partners who decamp for New York. But when he lands a deal with a major label, the trappings of his newfound fame soon tempt Dave to stray, and a really lovelorn Greta is left on her own. You're only as strong as your next move. That's Begin Again. Here's the disc. My second movie with Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort, it's a tearjerker, The Fault in Our Stars. This is based on a book by fellow YouTuber John Green. Have you ever seen his synopsis? Hazel and Gaz are 2 teenagers who share an acerbic wit, a disdain for the conventional, and a love that sweeps them on a journey. Their relationship is all the more miraculous given that Hazel's other constant companion is an oxygen tank. But Gus jokes about his prosthetic leg, and they meet and fell in love at a cancer support group. That's The Fault in Our Stars. This. My next review is The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz, Kate Upton, and Leslie Mann. Have you ever seen it? Here's a synopsis. Cameron Diaz leads a knockout cast in this irreverent comedy about love, lust, and the laws of karma. New York attorney Carly Whitten, Diaz, is nobody's fool. So when she accidentally discovers that her too-good-to-be-true boyfriend, Mark, Nikolai Costa-Waldau, is married, she's less than thrilled. Not only that, she and Mark's wife, Kate, Leslie Mann, learn about yet another mistress, Kate Upton. Before long, however, the betrayed beauties become unlikely pals who decide to teach their three-timing man a lesson. The more the trio learns about Mark, the worse he seems, and the more fun they have without him. The review, Rachel C. Grenier, Mark at the Movies, calls it Leslie, Cameron, and Kate are comedy gold. That's The Other Woman. Here's the disc. The next movie is Muppets Most Wanted with Ricky Gervais, Ty Burrell, Tina Fey. Haven't seen it. There's a quick synopsis about this one. Two frogs, one pig, intrigue, music, mayhem, Muppets. There's plenty of fun for the whole family as Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Animal, and the entire Muppets gang head out on a world tour. But mayhem follows the Muppets as they find themselves unwittingly entangled in an international crime caper. Now Kermit is behind bars at the mercy of prison warden Nadia, Tina Fey, and the world's #1 criminal, Constantine, a dead ringer for Kermit, has taken his place. As Constantine and his dastardly sidekick Dominic, Ricky Gervais, plot the robbery of the century, they are pursued by Sam Eagle, an Interpol agent, Jean Bernard Napoleon, Ty Burrell. Will Constantine get away with his nefarious scheme? Will Kermit escape in time to save the day? Packed with dozens of guest cameos and some great new songs. Disney's Muppets Most Wanted is the most hilarious, most wanted Muppet movie ever. Joel Arnon, MovieFanatic.com, calls it one of the best family films in years. That's Muppets Most Wanted. Is the disc. My next movie is Neighbours with Seth Rogen. My next movie is Neighbours with Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, and Rose Byrne. I haven't seen his synopsis about this one. Neighbours, the battle for the street begins. Kelly and Mac are settling down in a quiet neighborhood with a newborn child until the frat brothers move into the house next door. Teddy's the president, and Pete is his right-hand man, and they're quick to accept friendship. When Kelly and Mac introduce themselves as the neighbors, night after night, Matt asks Teddy to lower the fraternity's noise, even accepting the invitation to the party one evening. When Teddy goes back on his word to keep the partying down, Matt calls the police to deal with the problem. The police quickly blame Matt for their presence, and the war begins. That's Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours. It's the disc. My next one is the Robin Williams one, The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Have you ever seen it? Here's a quick synopsis about this one. What would you do if you had 90 minutes to live? Robin Williams delivers an unforgettable performance as Henry Altman. What would you do if you had 90 minutes to live? Robin Williams delivers an unforgettable performance as Henry Altman, a perpetually grumpy man who's angry at the world and everybody in it. Henry's mood goes from bad to worse when he's diagnosed with a brain condition, and a doctor, Mila Kunis, abruptly tells him he has only 90 minutes to live. Shocked, Henry suddenly decides to make amends with all the people he has hurt, rushing off on a wild and often wildly funny journey across New York that will touch the lives of everyone he meets. That's The Angriest Man in Brooklyn. Is the disc. My next new one is A Million Ways to Die in the West, with Seth MacFarlane, Liam Neeson, Charlize Theron, Neil Patrick Harris, Giovanni Ribisi. This is directed by him too. He also produced it and rewritten it too. Haven't seen it as a quick synopsis. From the guy who brought you Ted. Seth MacFarlane directs, produces, co-writes and plays the role of the cowardly sheep farmer Albert in A Million Ways to Die in the West. After Albert backs out of a gunfight, his fickle girlfriend leaves him for another man. When a mysterious and beautiful woman rides into town, she helps him find his courage and they begin to fall in love. That's A Million Ways to Die in the West. Just a disc. My next one is the Lego Movie. Haven't seen his synopsis about this one. Awesome, says Virginia Virgil Reels Channel. Synopsis is, the first ever full-length theatrical Lego movie follows Emmett, Chris Pratt, an ordinary rules-following, perfectly average Lego minifigure, who is mistakenly identified as the most extraordinary person and the key to saving the world. He is drafted into a fellowship of strangers on an epic quest to stop an evil tyrant, a journey for which Emmett is hopelessly and hilariously unprepared. That's the Lego Movie. Is this? The next one is Blended with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, and I haven't seen his synopsis. Blended marks the third comedy pairing of stars Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore following 50 First Dates and The Wedding Singer. After a disastrous blind date, single parents Lauren Barrymore and Jim Sandler agree on only one thing: they never want to see each other again. But when they each separately sign up for fabulous family vacation with their kids, they are all stuck sharing a suite at a luxurious African safari resort for a week. That's Blended. Now my Zac Efron collection. Starting with, hold on, still out of sorts. Here it is. Starting with High School Musical. Then Hairspray. Charlie St. Cloud. Me and Orson Welles. High School Musical 3 senior year. High School Musical 2 senior year. High School Musical 2. "17" again. The Lorax. The Paperboy. The Lucky One. And the last one is That Awkward Moment. So the movies I reviewed today are That Awkward Moment, The Lucky One, The Paperboy, The Lorax, 17 again, High School Musical 2, High School Musical 3 senior year, Me and Orson Welles, Hairspray, Charlie St. Cloud, High School Musical, Blended, The Lego Movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West, The Angriest Man in Brooklyn, Neighbours, Muppets Most Wanted, The Other Woman, The Fault in Our Stars, Begin Again, Divergent, and the last one for today is The Love Punch. I'm the J-Man saying thanks for coming and checking out my channel. Till next time, peace!